Hello and welcome back to Mini Metro, and here we are once again to play another one of our challenges. So we're going to see how far through we have gone with all of these. I think it is quite a long way through. Like we've done Stockholm, St. Petersburg, Boston, Seoul, we've done Washington DC, Tashkent, Singapore, Cairo. I'm skipping because I hate Cairo. What is the Cairo missions in there? We did over 1400 using no more than one carriage per line. Yeah, sod that for a kettle of fish. I really do not like Cairo, and delivering 1,400 people by my best is only 1,059. It's not happened. Have we done Singapore? Yes, we have done Singapore using no more than one loop. Istanbul was Constantinople. Anyway, what do we need to do here? 1,500 passengers in Istanbul using no more than one tunnel. Okay, let's give it a go. I suppose it's just that one tunnel that we're allowed under the Bosphorus. Let's go. Let's play this and see how we do. Well, it's tricky because we've already used up our one tunnel. Happy days. That is going to be a pain because we really need to probably span that gap here. Oh well, I mean, because if I do this, I'm assuming it's going to go, no, I don't like that. Yeah, undo it. Whew. Let's play you super speed now that we have saved ourselves from that little disaster. I mean, I say little disaster, it was a little experiment to see if we were going to have a disaster. And here we are using up that tunnel as we go into week 2. Of course, we'll take that train, and at this point I don't think we really need many more lines. We'll probably get a few more of those given to us going forward. I think I'm going to start taking the ability to increase capacity in the future, and that is always very useful, having more and more capacity. I assume this blue line is not going to change much, and I'm just going to keep it as a quick shuttle backwards and forwards over here. Yeah, we'll just extend that one there and that one over here. In the next week, if there is a line available, it would be quite nice if I could start putting a separate set of lines in over here. It'd be nice to have, there we go, oh that's beautiful, a nice alternating triangle circle on that blue line. It's just what you want to see. This red line is going to start getting overloaded with squares very soon, but it would be nice if we were allowed to use the second one and circle that one off. This little sticky out bit of water here is going to be a pain. I'm going to hold out and hope we get the line for this one.
Okay, we'll take the line there, and that should make things a bit easier on that east bank of the Bosphorus over there. Unfortunately, this green line is now beginning to get a bit long and straggly and probably needs sorting out. And this red line, if we can circle it off somehow, let's just try and reshape it, make it a bit more convenient. There we go, no point taking the tunnels here. We can't use any more of them, we've already got one more than we need. So we might as well take another carriage, increase our capacity. Yeah, it's not looking good at this point. It's already struggling, and we're only just getting to 300 points. I'm not sure how much further this one will go. Might be a bit embarrassingly quick. Come on, sort it out, and we were just a bit too slow.
Okay, that didn't go very well. Let's restart and see how we get on. Interesting, once again, I feel like this is where the main tunnel is going to have to go under. We've already used it up, just going under the tippy toppy corner of this little spit of water here. Hopefully we'll get a nice shape up here. We can just go around this and then save our tunnel from being used under that useless peninsula there. But there we go, line number 2 in already. And at this point I can't connect that because we've already used up our one tunnel. Yay, go us. Isn't it all going super well? Please put in a triangle in just here. Does that also? I mean, that also works. It's not as much as what we'd like, but there we go. It's a strange network maybe, but it does its job.
Once again, we will speed our way through this and just see how we get on. Yeah, we're trying to boost capacity with taking carriages at this point, although it does look like the blue line is already struggling with a glut of circles on the east bank and not enough triangles. We do have another line that we could use at some point, but there's no point really breaking it up over on the east bank yet until we get a triangle. It's all a bit tricky. So we'll keep taking a few carriages to try and boost up capacity. Yeah, it's not a kind spawning place, but we have beaten our first attempt, which was quite incredibly dire. But that new line there, does that help a little bit? I don't know. It's an interesting network going on. More over on the east bank would be useful, like triangles and squares. At this point, we're just going to keep trying to put in lines and circle them off where we can. Try and get a nice efficient network where we can. This is sort of working at the moment. Only sort of. The weird beige, creamy yellow line is probably getting a bit tricky, and then it's making a huge backlog there for them to take. It's probably time for us to start manipulating all the trains, getting them to catch up with where they need to be. But we are approaching 1,000 travels now, so we're closing in on the 1,500 needed. Can we get there? That is the question. Week 8, and we have a new line. I'm still not quite sure how in reality we can move these trains and carriages so quickly around. Like Istanbul, the traffic's a nightmare, so moving your trains without them being on a line would be impossible. But I'm not going to complain. It helps here, despite the fact it's all going wrong, and I think we're going to struggle. There we go, 1,401, and we are out. So close. 99 more to go, maybe next time.
So don't worry, I won't be playing through every single one the full rate. We will jump to the end. How do we do this time? We're around 1,200 and we're out. What we have now is an attempt montage. Let's see how we get on with all of these takes. Let's jump from one to the next.
And back into it we come, and we are progressing very nicely past this first 600 points there. And the game has been kind to us. The East Bank is not overloaded. We have a few stations struggling here and there. We are making a bit of a central hub between the pink, the green and the light blue, but we are also sort of spacing everything out and giving us sort of sections where we can sort of pass everything around. It has helped that the game has decided that we are going to be taking lots of lines at this point. We now have maximum number of lines. And so now it's all just going to be boosting the carriages, boosting capacity and pushing on. Unlike the other ones, the East Bank has multiple triangles and other choices on here now. This is making everything a lot kinder for us to pass things around. Although we are now getting one big central hub on that triangle between the light pale beige and the light blue. There we go, just keep moving things around, getting carriages out as and where we need them. We still have a spare train to go. Just got to keep an eye on that triangle stop there. Hopefully as long as we can keep on top of that, we will keep moving on nicely. We are rapidly approaching the 1500 points at this point, and nothing is looking too overloaded. Again, we've got to avoid those tunnels. We do not need them. They are unnecessary for completing this task, and here we go.
Oh, about time too. We have completed it. I think this was getting to be one of the trickiest challenges that we've done in quite a while. It's been a bit of a pain. Just this East Bank over here, it's just been so many circles and so many things that have to come across, and it's just, I mean, I could possibly circle some of these lines off, but I don't think it's going to help. And then just the one tunnel, and then like this little inlet here, which is a bit unclear to see. It's, yeah. I mean, you saw like the big montage of failures that we had going through, and it was just time after time after time, just a field of circles over here. This one's quite nice. We've been sporadically interspersed with plenty of triangles. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's see how much further we can push this. My prediction is, with our track record of not even getting this far, not a huge amount further really, but let's see. We have one carriage left to deploy as and when we might need it. But yeah, let's see how things get on.
So basically every week now we're getting the option to take a train and a carriage. We're not getting any more lines, we have them all in. Tunnels are useless. Maybe we could use a interchange station, but it might be a bit too late. We've got to keep manipulating things, moving things around. Our score is rapidly increasing at this point. Once we pass like 1,000, your score does go up exponentially quickly. We've got to try and keep on top of this, keep things moving along and see where we end up on. Again, just a strategy of not overdoing anything, keep things separated and not too busy. The green line is getting very long. We need to get more trains and capacity on there. And our little red line that we started off on, I probably should have done something else with that. I kind of forgot it was there actually, to be honest, for most of this level. It's too late. I didn't change anything on it. If I had, maybe it would have helped. But that said, we are still progressing a lot better than I expected. Past 2200 now. I genuinely thought if we got 1600, I would have been chuffed. But I think this might be it now.
It's too late on this one, I think. Well, we have cleared the 1500 quite comprehensively, considering we couldn't even get close to it for quite a while. I am fairly pleased with this level that we have reached. Unfortunately, I feel the only thing I have left to do is to let it play out and to fail here. I will grab this train and pull it in there as quickly as I can. Why not? We'll do the same for this one, but yeah, as I feared, it was all just a little too late. But I am fairly chuffed with that. We managed to get a lot further than I was expecting to when we were at the 1500. 72 days. Let's have a look at the graphs of unknown graphiness. Daily trips. There we go. Keep ticking up. Total trips. Angry passengers. Oh, we didn't actually have as many angry passengers at the end as we did a few days beforehand, so we were making some people happier. Population, I still don't know how this tracks. Stations, obviously I can work that out. Track length, that's fairly obvious. Trip distance, fairly, yeah, up and down. Waiting time, so it jumped, but it was fairly steady for quite a while. Transfers per trip. Yeah, it was getting quite a lot of transfers at the end with all these special ones. So nearly 0.48 transfers per trip. So yeah, I suppose that's one transfer every other trip. I suppose that makes sense. Total capacity going up, bit flat at the top, only 108 seats. We did need another train and carriage by the end. That would have really helped. Sadly, we didn't have time, we didn't get there, but that's always the way, isn't it? Anyway, that was successful.
And we are now done. It was a very enjoyable level in the end. Quite frustrating at times, but yes, it just shows that persistence will pay off and we will achieve stuff eventually. No matter how long it takes, we will push on. Unfortunately, my laptop has disconnected from the internet, so we do not have a graph there, and it still just leaves me on the 1401. But you saw it, I have documented it, it is done, we are there, the green tick is in on that challenge. Happy days. Perseverance, persistence, it got us there. Great, happy days. Anyway, give it a go, this one. If you'd like a good frustrating challenge. It took me a while to do it, but it was rewarding when it was finally done. Finally done. Anyway, I'll see you again in the next episode. Ciao for now.